All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I'm still trying to really debate how to go about this. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. So this is a special video that I'm just doing over here because I like to keep things real with you, and I love that we have fun and that everything is kind of always working out in a positive direction. And I just wanted to do this video because that I have been going on this journey of trying to monetize this YouTube channel, especially after all the drama that happened with the real Andy of Beverly Hills. That is my other channel, that is very all about Bravo, the Bravoverse, and some other reality TV shows, right? I was like, it's very hard to put all of your eggs in one basket, right? And I have had this channel for a very long time as well, but if you have been with me for a while, you know that this is more like or this used to be more like a blog channel where I used to blog all my trips around the world, and all of that. And then I decided to transform it into my podcast, Pop Smash. And I have been doing episodes here and there, where we talk about what is going on in the pop culture world. But I think life is just pushing me into so many different directions, and I'm really trying to understand where to go next and what to do. I work very hard into getting my Bravo channel back because that has always been my passion. Bravo reality TV, has always been my passion and what I really love to talk, and it has opened so many amazing opportunities for me. And I just love it, right? I just love that, to work hard for that. And finally, I got it back, some months ago. I told you about it, and I have been working into getting that channel into, what it used to be. It was a very successful channel, and with the demonetization and the drama and everything that went down, it really kind of put the channel down, and I really have to start from zero. I'm very happy to announce, that channel might not be as, huge as it was before, because, absolutely every single one of my followers or my subscribers from that channel got their notifications turned off. So I'm constantly having to remind everyone to please turn their notifications on. But little by little is definitely getting there, and I'm very happy about that. When it comes to this channel, I'm really trying to see what I can do next. Look, the world of pop culture is definitely big, and there are things that I like, but I'm not gonna deny that I don't have the same passion for pop culture in general as I have it for Bravo and reality TV. That's why my niche is more you want to watch, of course, Real Housewife. You want to watch The Secret Life of Mormon Wives, or Vanderpump Villa, or The Traitors, or all of that I really love. But talking about pop culture and actresses and singers or influencers, or that kind of things, have never really been something that I feel extremely passionate about it. That's something that my husband does, and he does really, really well because he loves pop culture, or that aspect of pop culture. So I'm really trying to understand what can I do. How can we mesh these two things? I'm don't know. To be very honest with you, I am trying to see what could be the light. I liked certain parts of pop culture, but I think what I really love more than talking shit about all of these people is the engagement that I get with you guys, right? And how we get each other. So I'm really gonna try to give it a little bit of a twist to it, to this channel. specifically because now I can tell you officially I was able to monetize this channel. Yes, applause, applause, applause. So I want to thank every single one of you who have been watching every single one of my videos here, even if you don't give a shit about what I'm talking about, you know. And I know a lot of you don't really care about pop culture. A lot of you are just here because my blogs, my travel blogs, you know, or my, I don't know, cooking blogs that I used to do, or like all my craziness that I used to do before. So I really want you guys to like really tell me what you would like from me more, you know. I mean, do you want more blogs? Do you want to keep the podcast about pop culture? Maybe do you want me to do both, you know? It's just like I'm really trying to understand where I'm gonna go with this. My life have changed a lot, you know. I have been doing this for 6 years already, and you know, I gave myself to YouTube for a while because it was being really, really good. The moment that the monetization happened on my other channel, I kind of like humbled me down into like having to return to the regular life, to normal life, you know, and have to work, you know. And many of you know this or not, you know, of course, like I have a real job, you know. I have most of the time have had like also like a real job, you know. And right now, you know, that's what I have been doing. Like if you are on my other channel, you probably noticed that I changed from filming at my home to filming again back here in the car, you know. And even though back in the day, back when I started my YouTube journey, I used to be an Uber driver, and I think I was always very open about it, and people really connect to that. People think that I was being an Uber driver again. I was not. I am not. You know, I have like a regular office adult job right now. You know, but I have receiving like messages of like you guys thinking that I'm like really going into like some kind of like weird moment where I'm like I remember I have even received like messages of people thinking like I'm homeless, or that I'm living in my car, or you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, no, you know, that's not the case. You know, my life did change a little bit, you know. And I think part of like growing up is also accepting where, you know, things are not really that interesting to you anymore, you know, or where are you really not connecting, right? And I think also as a YouTuber, you go through moments where, you know, when YouTube is your whole life, you want to have it all, you know. You want to like keep getting, you know, the money and everything, and you start like exploring these new topics and doing all these crazy things just for the sake of a view or money, you know. And then you get lost, like you lost yourself a little bit, you know. And I also went through that process at some point, and that's why I was like, no, you know, we need to readjust everything. It's not that I don't like pop culture. I do enjoy. I know everything that is going on. You know, I mean, I can sit down with my husband and talk about pop culture for hours. You know, talk about Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber, or you know, the Kardashians, or whatever is happening out there. You know, but it's not something that I feel as passionate as I do with, let's say, talking about Real Housewives. You know what I mean? So I'm very much kind of like in the middle of really trying to know what to do. You know, right now I have a full-time job, you know. I'm gonna be moving from one job to another. I can say there are things that I don't like to say over here because, you know, there are crazy people out there as well, you know, so you don't want people to know like where you live or where you work. But I was working, I decided most of my career has always been hospitality for years, you know. Many of you also know this. I have been general manager, I have been CEO. At some point of my life, me and my husband actually own a hotel here in Hollywood for some years, you know, and that sadly ended with COVID, you know. So most of my experience has always been with hospitality. That's something that really comes easy to me, and I really love to like create amazing, unique experiences for people, you know. I have always been like that since I was a teenager, you know. And then I decided to, this year to start a new career, like start something new or do something different. And I started working as a leasing agent to potentially become eventually a, general manager of some buildings, some like residential units and all of that. Girl, the difference. OMG, I have to tell you, some people really complain about the stupidest shits that you can imagine. Honestly, I'm like, look, I get it. I work in two different buildings, okay? One building was a luxury building, so people were paying between $5,000 and $7,000 for a one-bedroom apartment. This is LA. So I will get from them being like very angry because shit was not being done to their buildings or their units. So I was like, okay, I get it. I will be very upset if I'm paying all of this money and shit is not being getting taken care of, right? So I work for this company. The name of the company is Basudo. And girl, when I'm telling you that it was a mess, it was a mess. Like, it was messing, okay? So this company has a lot of buildings on the East Coast and here on the West Coast. And I work for one specific building in the city of Santa Monica, right? Ask me why the building was a mess. A mess. Now, I don't know if this is Basudo's fault, or what I think is it was the general manager's fault. Okay, like I was like appalled. I was like, they were more worried about making the lobby of the building looking good than taking care of the complaints of tenants, of residents that have been complaining for months. And I was like, why? I mean, coming from a hospitality background, we care for the people. As a general manager, as a CEO, as an owner of hotels, I always care for the people. I always want you or my guests to be extremely happy. And if you're having a problem, how can we fix that, right? So to start working in a place where the general manager and the other, manager that was there will literally say, I don't give a fuck, I don't care, tell them to send an email, we'll see. I was like, what do you mean we'll see? What do you mean we'll see? I just don't get it. I was like, no, this is bad. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I am going to wash my car on the little washing machine. So stay here with me for a second. ¿Cómo estás? ¿De cuál precio? Regálame el de $15. Regálame una. Esto.
Mira, ya está cerrado.
Ajá.
Pero todavía puedes esperar los 10 minutos ahí enfrente. Todo lo de que entra ya está pagado.
Ok, vale, gracias.
Nosotros nos vemos si no toques el volante.
Okay. All right, guys. So yeah, it was so bad. I felt so bad for the residents, and not only that, they didn't train me. They didn't tell me how to do anything. It was just so bad. It was so bad, guys. I was there for 2 weeks, and I was like, no. Thank God for my coworker, okay? Because I have like a little coworker who has my same position. He actually was the one teaching me things that the general manager should have been teaching me. Huh? Like crazy! It was insane, honestly. And then Yes, they will be caring for the stupidest things that you can imagine. And then they brought the owners of the building. I'm like, oh my god, everything needs to look so cute. Everything needs to be so perfect. I'm like, what about your resident that have been calling for 4 weeks asking for their fridge to be replaced and you are not changing it? Okay? Girl, what about the Tesla who caught fire on the parking lot? It was insane. It was crazy. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it, you know? And then I just was talking around. I was working with them through a company, and I talked to the company, and I was like, I need to go somewhere else because this is just insane, you know? So they moved me to another company. I am exposing everyone, bitch, today. I'm about to go out from the, little machine. I'm exposing everyone, bitch, today. But anyways, I was moved to another company that is called West Home. And I got into a property in Koreatown. And I have to say, what a 180 experience. Girl, I don't know if any of those people are ever gonna watch this, but I just have to give kudos to the people from the West Home Koreatown property because they were amazing. Amazing. Guys, the same amount of people, of units, they were like teaching me things. They were doing everything as they were supposed to be done. The work environment was beautiful. I had such a good experience. It was so good, guys. So good. I love every single moment of working there for 2 weeks as well. And today was my last day working in there. Okay, I have to... Okay, give me 1 second. So anyways, sorry guys. Maybe you noticed a quick pause. Maybe you didn't, but I was like literally cleaning my car. Anyways, oh shoot, what is this? So I was with this amazing company, so I want to give them a shout out because honestly they were really good. But now I am going to a better place and a new job, that I will not be disclosing yet. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know, guys, that everything is thanks to you. And now we have this new channel that is also going to open so many opportunities for me as well. And I just honestly, I know this is like a mix of things. Like, I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm telling you my life. I'm telling you everything. And yeah, I feel like as a YouTuber, and as a person with a platform, I think I owe it to everyone to just keep it very real, and like really talk about what is going on, what is happening, and I don't know where this new journey is gonna take us, but I'm very open. It's just like, of course, now there is a lot more in my plate, working a full-time job, maintaining my Bravo channel, and now this channel is definitely going to be a lot of work, but I'm up to it because I really love to connect with every single one of you, to have fun with you, to read your comments, to be shady with you, and I just want you guys to know where you are, like what would you like to see. Again, do you want me to blog a little bit more? Maybe we can just connect on that way. Maybe I can just let you guys into like my actual life and talk about other things than reality TV. Or do you really enjoy the pop culture, I love the podcast because, it also gives me the chance to like interview people and connect with other people. I have done some wonderful interviews. I think you have seen them with some people, so like I do love that aspect. But at the same time, it's also like I'm a Gemini, so my mind is like in 1,000 places at the same time, and there is so much that I want to share that it is very hard for me to keep it into one niche. And that's the problem with social media, is that they want you to be on one niche, you know. Oh, if you're gonna talk about pop culture, only talk about pop culture. If you're gonna talk about this, only talk about that. And it's like, what if I want to talk about something else one day? What if I just don't want to talk about this anymore? What about, you know, the constant changes that humanity actually goes through all the time, you know? Why do we have to put ourselves into just one category, right? So I really want to know, I mean, maybe this is my thing. Maybe I just need to start doing some rants, you know. Maybe we need to start talking about like more human things, you know, more human experiences. And then I will always have my other channel for, you know, pop culture and Bravo and all of that, because I mean, I cannot deny it that I do enjoy my Bravo talks, you know, and I do love to talk about Real Housewives, Vanderpump Rules, Southern Charm, Summer House, Southern Hospitality, like Next Gen NYC, like you name it. I just love every single one of those shows. But there are so much more, you know, of me, you know, that I want I want to put out there, you know, that we should like explore together. And I also want to connect with you, you know, and hear your stories. And I want to create like that kind of like community, you know what I mean? So I hopefully, you know, this video get engagement. Hopefully you guys will tell me what you want, you know, and how you feel, and like how can we make this channel better for everyone, you know? Because this is a new opportunity that is definitely presenting right now for every single one of us. And you know, I think YouTube has gave me the chance of connect with so many of you, you know, especially on my other channel, to connect with you. And I would love to have this new, you know, I don't want to say fandom, but like this new connection with new people as well, right? And blogging is something that I have always loved, but it's, I mean, I don't think, to be very honest with you, I don't know if I could be the kind of person, the kind of blogger who is gonna go around with the camera and just like filming what I'm eating and in a restaurant and just like disengaging from the world because I need to take a shot of this, you know. Like, I just don't see myself doing that. But I do love to rant about stuff. I do love to give my opinion, and sometimes my unsolicited opinion, you know, on so many other topics that I cannot talk on my main channel, because my main channel is all about Bravo, you know. So if I will ever talk about something else, it will definitely, like, people will be like, what? Like, what are you doing? Why are you talking about this, you know? But I do have opinions. I do have opinions about life. I do have opinions about religion, about politics, about food, about, you know, everything, you know, as any other normal person will do, you know. I feel that so many of you don't even really know who I am, or, you know, about my life or my past, you know, my present or my future, you know. So maybe that's another thing that I can do. Maybe I should do like a Q&A, you know. That's a good idea that I'm thinking right now. So if you guys have any questions for me whatsoever about anything, leave it in the comments, you know. And maybe not, and I am going to do a video, a Q&A about me and my life, you know, and who I am and in this world, right? I love to do that, you know. So I'm gonna keep, you know, analyzing my life, analyzing, you know. Now I'm gonna start this new job, so I have to like pay a little bit of attention to that, you know, just a little bit, you know, just like being a functional adult. So maybe I just need to like just put like a little bit of like of myself into that, you know. But yes, you know, the podcast, the interviews, I don't know, I want it all, you know. Like, this is supposed to be the year of Gemini, so I'm here for it. This is supposed to be the year of the dragon, if you are a Chinese dragon, you know. And I want to feel that energy, you know. And I just need to focus all of that energy into something. And I want you guys' help into really know, what should I do next? How should I move around this? Do you get me? Do you get me? You know, my life has been going on into such a roller coaster of emotions and situations, you know, and as you know, I think I'm going through like a midlife crisis, you know. Maybe I do a video about that, you know, because a lot of people think midlife crisis is 40, and I think 40 is not midlife anymore. I don't know. This is so wild. See, it's like my brain is like everywhere, girl. It's like I have so many things going on, you know. And as a man, and as a gay man, as a married man, as a, you know, there are so many things in my mind that I would love to like talk and discuss with you guys, and I just need to find the right way to do it, you know. And this is going to be the platform for it, you know. I just hope that it goes somewhere. So anyways, that's it. That's a little bit of what I wanted to share with you, you know, and be with you and love with you and like grow with you. And I love you guys, and I want to thank you, because thanks to your views, and thanks to your comments, and thanks to the way you share my videos, is that I'm able to do what I love, you know, and that it's part of my life. So keep watching, guys. Please leave me comments. Comments move the algorithm, guys. Okay, so I need you guys to engage with every single video that I put out there, and I'm gonna keep doing it all, you know. So I love you guys. Thank you for everything. I don't know if you can see my eyes right now. I'm in a little light. I'm not driving. So I love you guys, and I'm guessing that I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.